Hi, my name is Brittney Witt with the Art of Education, and I am a middle school and a kindergarten art teacher. And welcome back to First Year Art Teacher Guide. In this episode, we are going to be talking about 3 ways to help you create art in and outside of the classroom. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to AOEU here on YouTube, and keep an eye out for more content coming soon. When it comes to being a first year teacher, there's a lot on your plate, and sometimes it's easy to forget about us in general. And like we've talked about in other episodes, we have connecting with students, connecting with colleagues, adjusting to the school, all videos that I've talked about in the past, so make sure you have watched those as well. But they can all add up, and we tend to forget about ourselves. And in the end of it, we have to remember that we started this journey for a reason to becoming an art teacher, because we love art, we love creating, and we love what it can do for us. And so it's just reminding ourselves about the journey and why we're here, and just taking time for ourselves. The first tip I have for you for creating art within and outside of the classroom is to just create art with your students. They are super inspiring, and they're gonna love watching you create art at the same time. So this can be as simple as just creating a little space within your classroom, so when you have the time, maybe it's before school, after school, or during a class, you can start to create. If it's during class, you can have kids come watch and they can ask questions. They can see what you're doing. It'll get them engaged, it'll get them excited, and it can even help with classroom management. Doing something simple like this is going to help get your students engaged, to help get them excited like I was saying, and it's going to be super beneficial for you in the long run as well. The second tip I have for you is to just find the time and make the time. It can be super hard, but if you can make the time, it is going to be so beneficial to you and so rewarding to keep your passion a priority. Whether it's using mediums you love, if it's experimenting. I know personally what I love doing is making examples for projects, and so that's what I do. I prioritize it and I make the time for it. I know we do plaster hands in my classroom, and I had a student ask if they could do a foot, and I didn't know if that would be possible or not because I've never done it before, so I made a plaster foot for them so I could see if it was able to work or not. Maybe it's a wire sculpture. I created this first so they had an example to see it. If it's oil pastel drawings, I have an example for that. It keeps my creative juices flowing. It keeps me excited. It keeps me prepared so I know what to expect and what challenges I might run into with the classroom. But it all comes down to just making the time. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be half an hour. Like I said with the last tip, before school, after school, maybe you can find a couple minutes during one of your classes. Maybe it's just taking the extra time during your lunch to just breathe and to create. You always have the time, it's just finding out where, when, planning it, making that time, and just doing it. The third tip I have for you when it comes to creating art in and out of the classroom is an interesting tip, but it's very helpful for you to keep in mind as being a first year art teacher. The amazing thing is you don't have to identify as an artist. You can be an artist and still be an art teacher. The Art of Education does have an article that's really interesting related to this as well, and it will be linked in the description, so make sure you check it out. But you don't have to identify as an artist just because you're an art teacher. Biology teachers don't have to identify as botanists just because they teach biology. It's a simple fact. I personally do not identify myself as an artist. I identify as an art teacher, and that's okay. If people are gonna get offended, no, I'm still creating art, I'm still doing my job. You don't have to choose between the two. You can be one, you can be the other, you can be both. The choice is up to you, and that's okay, and it's something to think about. And that's the 3 tips I have for you on creating art in and out of the classroom. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below your favorite way to create art in and out of the classroom, tips, tricks that you might have. I would love to read them, and I know everyone else would as well. Make sure you check the description box for resources like the Identify as an Artist or Don't Identify as an Artist article, and the free first year teacher art resource that we have for you that's amazing, filled with so many resources, and it's going to be so beneficial for you as well. And of course, make sure you are subscribed to AOEU here on YouTube for our next video coming soon, all about preventing teacher burnout.